How are we doing today, folks? I'm Connor Rowntree, and we're back here in the Sports Tree studio for this week's edition of Third and Long. It's the Sunday slate of games for Week 3. We're going to run through every single game on Sunday, give you a preview for each and every game, and maybe some free picks. If you want all of our picks with risk analysis brought to you by our betting model, head over to sportstree.ca and download that pick package today. Buy it, sign up, subscribe to Sports Tree. Either way, get your hands on that pick package because we're feeling good heading into this week's slate of games. We're going to jump right into this with the Steelers and the Chargers. What a boring game this one's going to be. We like the under. Yes, the total is low. However, the Steelers have only scored one touchdown in their opening two games and have 32 first downs. That's it. That's 23rd in the NFL, and they sit 25th in offensive DVOA thus far this season. On the other side of the football, that Steelers defense has been nothing short of spectacular, allowing only 16 points. We all know that the Chargers love to run the football. They're one of the top rushing teams in the NFL, the third highest rush rate thus far this season. The clock is going to tick. They're going to smash each other in the mouth. I like the under on Sunday. New York versus Cleveland. Give me another under. Both these teams have unreliable quarterbacks. Both teams ranked bottom 5 in DVOA on offense last season, and they don't look much better this season if we're being honest with ourselves. 3 out of the 4 combined games they played this season have gone under 39 points, so we love that trend. That's a 75% hit rate, and the Giants are averaging 12 points per game, while the Browns are averaging 17.5. Give me the under. The Philadelphia Eagles travel to New Orleans, and I'm seeing a lot of people on the notion of buy low on Philly here, but I just don't see it. Their offense looks terrible. Their defense can't stop the run, and the Saints' offense has gone nuclear. They've scored over 90 points in the first 2 weeks and scored on each of their first 15 possessions to kick off the 2024 campaign. This team's red hot. They're going to be at home with just 2.5 points. Give me the Saints in this one. I think that they're going to pulverize this Vic Fangio defense. And Philadelphia ranks 30th in EPA per drive allowed through the first 2 weeks of the season. Red hot offense, ice cold defense coming in on a short week, mind you. Give me the Saints. Packers at Tennessee Titans. Give me the under 36.5 points again. We're loving the under trends in the NFL this season. The Packers offense managed just 16 total points last week, and they actually looked pretty good doing it. On the other side, Tennessee Titan quarterback Will Levis is turnover prone. It's in his DNA to turn the ball over. So we do like a greasy smash mouth football game where these teams rely on the run to keep the turnover ratio down. The best way for Will Levis not to turn the ball over is to run the ball and take it out of his hands. That simple. The Denver Broncos versus the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, 0-2, 2-0. This is usually a spot as a bettor where you'd want to buy in on the Broncos. However, there's nothing to buy in on. They have one offensive touchdown through 2 games, and Tampa Bay blew out the Washington Commanders 37-20 and then pulled off the upset in Detroit just last week. Baker Mayfield looks all-time, possible MVP candidate, has thrown for 474 yards, 5 touchdowns to just 1 interception. He also added one with his legs. Now they take on a Broncos team who could have some opportunities. Tampa Bay hasn't been able to get their run established with Rachaad White, and he's banged up. Furthermore, their O-line looks suspect. Aiden Hutchinson had 4.5 sacks last week by himself for the Lions. So there is an opportunity for the Broncos to pull off this upset. However, just 6.5 points on the road seems a little absurd with how hot Tampa Bay has been. Give me the Buccaneers. That's the lean. The Chicago Bears take on the Indianapolis Colts, and the Colts have their back up against the wall in this one. However, Chicago's defense could cause problems. The Chicago Bears defense is stacked, and they know how to generate game-changing plays, and that's important. They rank top 10 in takeaways, sacks, and pressure rate this season, and Anthony Richardson has a tendency for turnovers. Through his first 2 outings of 2024, he has thrown 4 interceptions and fumbled the ball twice. Granted, he didn't lose those 2 fumbles, but still, 4 interceptions, 2 fumbles against a top 10 defense. That doesn't bode so well. I think there's going to be turnovers in this game, so don't sleep on Chicago and the points. The Miami Dolphins and Seattle Seahawks, it's time to bully the Dolphins. The Seahawks are just dash 3.5. That's what we got them at, and I'm laying the points. I'm laying the 3.5 points. They're going to win this game by more than a field goal, in my opinion. Skylar Thompson is taking over the reins for the Miami Dolphins due to his concussion. Running backs Raheem Mostert and Jeff Wilson Jr. are both hurt. I don't understand how the Miami Dolphins are going to get the ball to their playmakers on the outside without the Seattle Seahawks defense lowering the boom on them. I like the Seahawks at home to get the job done. Lay the points with the Seahawks. San Francisco at the LA Rams. Now, This injury report is longer than my mom's grocery list when she used to feed me as a growing child. Deebo Samuel, Christian McCaffrey. On the other side, the Rams are without Puka Nacua, Cooper Kupp, and 3 of their starting offensive linemen. This does not bode well. The Rams' offensive line has been bullied all over the field. They look awful. They can't stop the pass rush. This San Francisco team is coming off an embarrassing loss, or what they could call an embarrassing loss, in a get-right game. 6.5 points laid with San Francisco. Not that big a deal. Detroit visiting the Arizona Cardinals. Gosh darn, the Cardinals look good, didn't they? However, this is the Detroit Lions coming off of a loss. I like Detroit in that one. Baltimore Ravens, Dallas Cowboys. 2 suspect defenses. Extremely suspect defenses. 2 explosive offenses. I like the over 48.5. Sunday night football, folks. The Kansas City Chiefs are taking on the Atlanta Falcons. And I do like the Kansas City Chiefs in this matchup. However, do not sleep on the Atlanta Falcons. Remember, the Chiefs are only 2-0 due to a foot and a toe. Think about it. Atlanta and Kirk Cousins just showed they have balls of steel going into Philadelphia, the city of brotherly love, and getting a W in the last 90 seconds of that game. Look out for the Falcons in this one. However, I do like the Chiefs to win this game, but it should be a fun shootout on Sunday Night Football. Folks, now that you've watched this video, head over to sportstree.ca and download that pick package. We're up over 3 units on the year with our betting model, and we have bets for every single one of these games heading into Sunday. So make sure you go check it out today. I'm Connor Rowntree. Enjoy the football.